It's Bagg.
Good evening, Not Move podcast. This is the Chiefs and Ravens preview. I am Chief 316. I got JB with me. We also brought in two of our guys in the Not Moved realm, Bagg and Tinez, who are our Ravens fans who are going to give us the insight on how the Ravens are doing and what they think their side's going to be. Good evening, gentlemen.
Yes, good
Gang,
evening. Good
gang.
evening, sir.
What's up, yo? What's up, yo?
What?
I hope y'all are having yourselves just as good of an evening as I am. I'm a little tired, a little sore, but we're gonna get through it. Could not go through the starts of my weekend without getting this done. So let's go ahead and break this down. Sunday, 3:25, Chiefs Ravens at Arrowhead. So, what do we think? First and foremost, I want to know exactly what you guys are thinking right up front as far as overall matchups. We'll download it here in a minute, but I want to know your first immediate reactions.
Mm. Dude, I mean, we were talking just off the air. Playoff implications, man. Um, this is just week 4, guys. Like, and it just feels like it's playoff football. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's so early on, so soon, but um dude, this game could go either direction, to be honest with you. I mean, it's kind of evenly matched, but unevenly matched to the same aspect. Like, I'm
Yes.
comfortable looking at the numbers of where my defensive unit ranks um to in Arrowhead on week 4, going into week 4, and taking on their offensive unit. Same thing, vice versa. I'm very comfortable on my offensive unit with the addition of Xavier Worthy, having him back, having Thornton, the Ravens defense is one of the worst at covering tight ends. I think Kelsey's gonna eat. I think he's gonna eat. The Chiefs last year were the worst at covering tight ends, and the Ravens have made him pay for it early on, very first game.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of a swap of fate, and I think Kelsey eats this week.
I got
I just
you.
think that's just
Bag. How about you, buddy?
Listen, I'm gonna fluff my feathers a little bit, right? Because like I said, you guys know, all three of you are very well aware that I've been calling for your team's demise in the first 4 weeks of the season, right? But
Yeah.
the downfall that came with that is now we're in the precedent to be in the same boat if we lose, right? So that's the that's the price. That's the price of tea in China, guys.
The
Yeah.
price of
Yeah.
tea in China, boy.
Tinez, how about
Nah,
you,
but
man? Oh,
but no,
sorry.
but seriously, but yes, JB, you said it. It's playoff indication for sure, right?
Yeah.
Seeding, we've already lost to Buffalo in week 1, so we're already
Yep.
behind the 8 ball on that, right?
Detroit.
Yeah.
If it goes to
So
Kansas City, that's
I,
3
And
playoff
I
teams
I
right
got it.
go.
there.
And that's the thing, though, is
well, unfortunately, yes and no, because it really doesn't matter. Because in my prediction, you guys don't make the playoffs, so I'm gonna stick with that. But as of
man.
for right now, this is 100% playoff indications for us as the Baltimore Ravens for sure. because of the way we started out the first 3 weeks.
No, I completely understand that. Tinez, what you take, bud?
I mean, I'm going to basically say the same thing me and JB said off air. I mean, honestly, this game really could go either way. And to further his point, too, I mean, yeah, we could really say that for both passing-wise, too. But we really can also kind of say very similar aspects, too, with the rushing game. As, not going to lie, Kansas City, they've been with just
No, that's real shit though.
No, you know what?
That's
That
real
is an
shit.
accurate.
Hey,
No, that is an accurate description of my run game right now, and I completely am okay with that.
hey, what did
But
Chris
you
Berman
could
used to
also
say? He
see
go,
with
"What?"
Derrick Henry looking like Kyron Williams, no offense, in like the last 3 fucking weeks.
I
Listen,
mean, you,
JB, if listen, I promise you.
I
Check
don't
this
know.
out. I'm gonna say this right now. If Pacheco and Kareem Hunt combined, both of the guys run for over 160 yards together, I'm gonna have a misfit on Monday. I promise
Oh,
you,
I
I'm gonna
bet,
crash out.
I bet.
I'm
Oh, I
letting
know.
everybody know
I'll
right
be,
now.
I'll be right there, Kate.
Hey,
Be like a
we'll
trust
get
fall,
it
you
on
know?
the recap. It's okay. We'll
yeah,
get it
no,
on the
we will
recap.
get it on the
For
yeah,
sure.
we'll get it on the recap. We'll get it on all. We'll make sure that there will be eyes watching just to make sure that we can see. Okay, so now that we've gotten our first initial takes out of the way, our first
Well, what about
initial
no, Chief,
reaction.
Chief, Chief? Let's get yours. We ain't heard yours. We got ours.
Ooh,
Right.
okay.
You
So
haven't gone yet, sir.
I
You trying to
kind of
skate away with that one?
He did. He tried to pass the
Mm-hmm.
buck.
hey,
Tried to
I'm
pass
just
Yeah,
the
he'll
guiding.
buck.
do
Hey, I'm guiding the ship tonight, so it's all good.
Nah,
Uh,
we all rowing together, sir.
okay,
it. Yep.
okay.
We all
So
got a
what
paddle.
I'm seeing from here is I'm seeing two teams who are dealing with a lot of problems, and I gotta say, this can be a very good game, or this can be a very sloppy game. I don't know how to predict it just yet because we can't get our running game going. We've been lacking in the wide receiver room. You guys have, I mean, your defense is clearly an issue right now, but also your offense is still moving the ball down the field and scoring points basically at a beck and call. So, and I think honestly, right now, looking at stats, it's still a problem to me that my leading rusher is my quarterback. So I'm
Yep.
my head's
Yep.
kind of all over the place when it comes to this game because, like we've said, major implications when it comes down to the end of the year of seeding and positioning and where we're going to go because each already had key losses on out of conference games in the NFC with us and the Eagles, you guys and the Lions. We've also had to deal with major losses. You guys lost to the Buffalo Bills. We also took an L to the Chargers. So the only thing that made ours a little worse was ours was a divisional opponent.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta say is we are very even right now, and I got
I
it's
think it's
really
really it's very similar teams. Like
yes
they're both have issues with the running game right now. With ours
yes
not being able to get started and your guys is getting stalled out by fumbles.
yeah
You know
and
what I'm
and I'm
saying?
and on my live earlier
Defense
today.
the same. I think the same thing. Like I'm surprised that our defense is ranked better than your guys's. Like
See, that's the thing
I'm
though,
It
is our
blowing my
doesn't.
defense is
mind.
our front seven on defense is not the issue in
I'm
my
not.
opinion.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm sorry, like I mean, what's the prompt that was putting up all week? Was who was more of a liability right now? Adoree Jackson, Trayvon Diggs, or Ryan Gosling
Marlon.
from Remember the Titans? I mean,
No,
hell.
Marlon Humphreys.
Well, I didn't want to put Marlon Humphreys just yet. So if I have to, I will make an addition to that prompt on Monday. But I think this is going to be a really good one because
I
when I
too.
was in my live the other day, someone asked me if, say, whoever loses, which of the teams, if they lose, which is this a bigger loss for? My head is leaning towards if Baltimore is to lose this game, this is a much bigger implication wise as far as the
Negative.
loss goes? Why?
Mm-mm.
Negative.
It's
Negative.
Kansas City,
Negative.
man.
Negative.
It's Kansas
Thank you,
City, bro.
JB.
Yeah.
Thank you, JB.
Because look, so you go and look at what's going on over there in the north, right, bro? You got two teams right now that are more than likely out of it, right?
Yeah.
Cincinnati and the Browns, which is kind of crazy that both of them were started by the same guy and they're both out of the playoffs in the same year. It's wild. Anyways, then you got the Colts and or not the Colts, the
The
Ravens, and
Ravens
you
and the
got the
Steelers.
Steelers, right? And they're kind of playing similar ball too. They got a similar situation going on. You know what I mean? They're having a hiccup over here, they're having a hiccup over there. They're able to, they have a little bit more room to fall, to lose more games than what the Chiefs do because of the Chiefs getting taken on by the Chargers so early on and the Chargers smacking everybody in the West right up off the bat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The only
It's more detrimental if we go down.
the only rebuttal I'm seeing to that is we lose to, I mean, granted, Lamar Jackson's record against the Chiefs in the regular seasons, I think, is I think a total is 1-5.
1-5. Yeah, 1-4,
Yeah.
1-5, yeah, something like that.
So, as far as I know, typically we always lose to the Bills during the regular season. So, that's why it doesn't, yes, it hurts, but at the same time, I'm not going to be as moved if we were to take an L this weekend on that side because normally the only hard part is normally we're able to make up for it in other games. This one, however, is where my head's spinning, but I still got to go with Baltimore. If they lose this game, I mean, because you guys have a lot of more than just the player side. You guys have a lot of internal issues going right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
But
for sure. Yeah.
the difference is that we don't have the dynasty on our back. Y'all do,
Fair,
That's
fair,
yeah.
fair. No, that's a
And the
very
one
valid
playing,
point. Done it.
reputation.
right?
Yeah, the reputation
Right.
and
That's why.
dynasty trump all.
That's why I got on the megaphone the week after the draft, right? Because I seen, listen, and I rock with y'all, but I told y'all every game that I felt as though they should have lost, I called it, right?
Hmm.
Like to me, they should have went 10-7 at best last year, at best.
Yeah.
But I digress. They made it to the Super Bowl and they lost. Now coming into the 2025 season, those same problems still avail, right? You
Hmm.
have no good skill positions because the guys are hurt and suspended. We already knew
Yeah.
that coming in out the gate that Rice was missing the first 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks at minimum. Now,
Yeah.
like I said, where the rubber meets the road is I didn't foresee the Ravens being in the same position if we lose, right?
Mm.
But at the end of the day, I am willing to have to take that on the chin to see the downfall of the Kansas City Chiefs. If we got to go down with the sinking ship with y'all, so be it.
Oh
Gotcha.
man,
Gotcha.
God,
Okay.
dear
So
Lord.
then, okay. So
You're
then
fucked up. These
moving
will
on
do
to that.
sacrifice.
So then going off of that, let's do a quick breakdown of our injury reports. I have them up. So that way I'm going to do the Baltimore Ravens first. So that way you guys can talk on it. Okay.
Nah.
Do you just want me to
The
give
Prince
you the
goes.
headline
No,
of
the
the
Prince.
beautiful
The,
list? Because I have it off the top of my head.
hold on. The Prince goes first. The Prince goes first.
Fine.
Okay. Fine. I will do us first. I will make, you know what? You are our guest on it's all good. So it looks to be here. We have a few doubtfuls, questionables. Let's see here. We still have, looks to be Mike Dana. He was limited and then put up to full and then back to limited. He's doubtful this weekend. Uh, as far as his injury goes, it looks to be he has a quad injury. The next one I'm seeing here is Christian Fulton. It looks to be he's listed as questionable right now he's limited in practice all week for an ankle. Let me go over here. I have a rib injury with, oh gosh, Nick Bolton. Okay, that one's been going, but he's going to be a go. He's been kind of working through
Yeah.
that rib injury. I wonder if it was bruised or cracked or something. I have no idea. Looks like Hollywood's on the injury report. Surprise, surprise. You know all about that. Um, Brian Cook.
Ha ha.
Yeah, and then we also have looks to be Creed Humphrey. He was put on the injury report this week for a rib
Mm.
injury. He's a full go. We're not that's not an issue. The next questionable I'm seeing right here, who looks like it's going to be a game time decision, is Ashton Gelati.
Mm.
He's got looks to be an elbow thing going. And then the last two I'm seeing here, it looks to be we have Mahomes got a wrist. I did not see Mahomes on the injury report the other day. That's new. Huh.
Mm.
Okay. Looks to be, and then also from the other day when we saw him get a little roughed up, Charles and Menihue, they're just listing it as a chest injury, but he's going to be a full go. And then the last and certainly not least on my team is Xavier Worthy, but he is listed as a full go.
So
So
why is he on the injury report?
I think he was a full participant all week, and I think you have to go through this week just to honestly clear it. I think you have to be listed as a full go before you're taken off the injury report.
Okay.
So that one was for for the shoulder separation that took place on the third play of the game for the season in week 1, due to friendly fire. But it's okay. So now moving on to the Baltimore Ravens. Do you guys have it or do you need it?
I need it. I don't have it.
Okay, so the first one I see here is a Mr. Travis Jones.
Okay.
He's got a knee injury. It looks to be he is listed as questionable as of right now.
Wait, what position? Is that the tackle?
He's a
That's a
tackle.
defensive tackle.
He is
Yeah.
a tackle.
Yeah,
Maybe that was the offensive line.
He'll
Yeah,
probably miss. He'll probably miss it. He'll probably miss the game.
that's a knee injury. The next one I see here, which it's listed right now, still have Isaiah Likely listed, but he is still listed as questionable. I haven't heard if I know he wasn't put as out, so that's good there. He's still listed as questionable. What's your deal with Likely? I want to talk about Likely for a second.
Go ahead, Tinez. You go first.
I actually don't really know much on him. That's the thing. I don't really have heard anything myself from him, honestly. I've probably heard, honestly, more good things about Mark than I've actually heard, honestly, about Isaiah Likely myself. Surprisingly, to be completely honest with you.
Okay. I mean, so I think it was like a week and a half before the season started. It was either metatarsal or Liz Frank. It was a fracture in his foot. It was one of the toes.
I do remember you mentioning that last episode in our podcast.
Yeah, and he's been a full, not a full, but he's borderline almost full participant in practice. So it's a 6 to 8 week recovery injury. You know what I mean? After surgery, we're probably about 6.5, almost 7 weeks in. Okay. I say we don't start him until next week, right? Week 5, because it was a week and a half before the season started. It's a 6 to 8 week injury. After 4 weeks of football, that's a month. You know what I mean? So we're about 6.5, 7 weeks. I'm comfortable with him coming back after that in the Texans game.
And I will let you know, he went limited, and then full, and then in the last practice, he was a full participant.
Right, I know.
I heard that he could possibly come back this week.
I still want him to sit down for one more week.
Gotcha. I'm with our two next guys who are listed both as out is still your fullback Patrick Ricard.
Yes. He's been out for a minute. That's been a problem that's one of the reasons why our run game's been a shit in itself. Bagg on that one.
Yeah, looks to be a calf injury.
Yes. Listen, that is if Patrick Ricard wasn't sitting on the bench, those 2 fumbles that happened in the Buffalo game and the Detroit game, they don't happen. They don't happen. I promise you that.
Okay.
especially if we do 12 personnel.
Yeah. The next
Feel me?
elephant in the room that's out is Metabike.
Yes, that's another one.
So let's see here. I also have.
Time out real quick, Chief.
Yo.
If like, remember I said if y'all running backs get for $160 together, I'm
Mhm.
done. Like the defense,
Mhm.
there is no coming back from that, right?
Yeah.
Right. There is no coming back from that.
I,
Understandable. It's Sonic and Knuckles, right? I get that. Okay, the offensive line is stout, have been for the last 5 years, and still, even though they had their All-Pro center retire and their All-Pro right guard leave in Zeitler that we had before he went to Detroit,
Mhm.
they still are fundamentally sound. Right, Glasgow filled the position at the center position like it wasn't nothing. So
Mhm.
I understand them doing it. If
Yeah.
Pacheco, respectfully, and Kareem Hunt go for $160 together,
Mhm.
I have no more qualms. Y'all got it. You got it.
I gotcha. The next one I'm seeing here looks to be Ronnie Stanley, your offensive tackle.
Really?
Ooh.
What's that?
He has
yes.
an ankle injury. He did not practice two of the three. The third one, he was limited, and he's
Yeah,
listed as questionable.
I remember
Mm.
that, and I actually do remember that was between the weeks of, I believe, 1 and 2.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, so it's lingering.
The
I do remember
next
being down in one of those games and that dude coming about.
Okay.
Now,
And
the next one looks to be listed as questionable as of right now is Mr. Kyle Van Noy.
Yeah.
yes,
He's got
yes,
a
Sit
I
him.
hammy.
about that one.
Sit him.
Air should also be up there as well, maybe.
Sit
Okay.
him.
And then the last one looks to be, I see here is, oh gosh, a Broderick Washington, defensive
Project
tackle.
Washington.
Oh,
Tackle. Yeah. Oh, that sucks. That really does suck.
He is listed
Oh,
as
Mm.
out. Broderick Washington is out.
that hurts, guys. I ain't gonna lie. Tinez, that hurts, bro.
yeah, that does hurt. He's
Because
actually.
we already have
Now,
Matabike out at the tackle position.
Now we
so
got
do you
to
feel so
out.
with Kyle Van Noy listed as questionable? Do you like? I heard you say sit him. Do you honestly think they should?
You
Yeah,
have to.
we
Okay.
need we need Mike
Listen,
Green.
It,
We need Mike Green to make more plays.
yes, and I wanted to see how he looked, and I was not impressed against
okay.
Detroit. I was not impressed with him
I
at
mean, I
all.
give him a little bit of grace though, considering he is a rookie. Though I understand what you mean, Bagg. I do
Yeah.
Yeah,
understand,
sure,
but we
sure,
have to give some of these rookies a little bit of grace.
sure. Yes, and I will apply that objectively, unbiasedly, right? But at the same time, Tinez, you have to understand he led NCAA in sacks.
Right? Yeah.
17 and a half.
It's
Okay, he the same amount of sacks that Trey Hendrickson had last year. He was
yeah.
asking for over $30 million a year.
Hmm.
I understand it's the collegiate level. I
I
do,
no, I
but
understand.
still, it's football,
It's
Right.
got to translate.
I get what you're
right?
saying.
So
And the fact that I didn't see no good, no good. Like I can understand if okay, it was hit or miss. All right, da, 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 da. No, 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 not at all. You got bullied and didn't even like you weren't even trying. Once he got on the block, he never released to do anything else. The effort and the engine that I seen in college, I did not see that. That bend that everybody was so impressed with in the preseason, we did not see that at all. Because when he tried it, he got put on his ass.
And I
Mm.
Pancakes.
and honestly, I think that comes with more so he's trying to get the feel of how. And I know this is going to be weird to explain, but having to transition from college to NFL is very different, Bag, especially when it comes to the game of offensive line.
I I get that. No, let me ask you a question, Tinez.
Mm-hmm.
A football game is how long?
60 minutes.
60 minutes. So you telling me in 60 minutes you can't figure out how to beat somebody not one time, not one rep?
in some cases and in some games, and I really don't like putting this reference out, so I'm going to. Lawrence Taylor against Anthony Munoz.
Listen, man. Okay,
That
you
is
are so.
that I
Best
can't.
offensive line, best defensive linemen go up against one another, and they get their ass whooped. All right,
Yeah. I, all I can say is when you have
it happens. That's all I'm saying.
yes, but here's the thing though, if you're getting a guy who in the draft who is basically granted, like you said, using your logic there, Bag, with someone who was performing at a very high and competitive level in the college ranks, granted we know what that is, but at the same time, there should be some translation. My thing is it's it sounds like he's probably got it. It's more or less one, the rookie yips, two, he's got to figure out his own identity in the pros because I mean it's a weird transition from college to pros, same sport, but different ideologies, different ways of thinking
Plus, all
because
competition. Remind you, Bag. He was in Marshall.
That is true. Listen, I get it. I get it. And
yeah,
I do want to state the caveat that uh, when he couldn't get around on the outside, and he would try to do the swim to come back
mhm,
inside. He was getting blown up by the guards. Like
I gotcha.
the
See, they
rest of the defense, yeah,
oh,
the rest of the defensive line was not helping him at all. And no blitz coming, it was not helping at all. So
yeah.
I will give him that. But at the
It,
same time, right? At the same time, like I said, within 60 minutes of football, and with Kyle Van Noy being hurt, you are getting a lot of reps. A
true.
lot of reps,
Mhm.
right? Like, even if it's just one or two throughout the whole game, all right, cool. I need that at bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
When
what you.
it's none, when it's none, Tinez,
That's where it shows it could be inconsistent.
that's a problem.
I get what you're
Yeah.
saying. No, I get
I
what you're
mean,
saying.
and as far as regardless if you're playing us, put yourself in this position when you go to play more of your AFC North opponents. That AFC, I've said this since I've met Shell. I love football, but the toughest division in football, the toughest division to where teams just don't plain like each other, that's the AFC North. If I have my choice, if my team's already done and played, my game's over, I'm turning on an AFC North game, hands down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I get what you mean, Bag. That is one of those situations where it's gotta click. Especially in what round did you draft this man in?
Second,
Second, yeah, like
Okay,
second.
there's gotta be some sort of yeah, he's got to figure that out sooner rather than later, especially with all of the injuries that are occurring because he's going to have to hold down the fort while these guys get right.
And to
yep,
kind of further off Bag's point too about the whole blitzing thing, to me that's also a coaching problem because me and Bag have elaborated on this, and you can kind of agree with me too, Chief, that this would probably tick people off here. Who puts Roquan Smith, your best gap filling backer, in fucking coverage 10 yards out?
I mean, I used to say the same thing about Justin Houston, but it is what it is.
it depends on
Eh,
it's situational.
I
It's
get
Yeah,
it,
situational.
it's
but
a
just
situational thing,
I
but at the
would
same time,
think Bag.
yeah, I'd have to go. And honestly, Tinez, after we record this sometime, you can show me that play, and I want to know the situation, where the game was at, what down was it, this and that. Because if it's some first down or whatever, okay, cool. But if it's a key time when
Right.
the game's on the line, that's also not the time to do it.
Facts.
No, I think
So,
them were after the first quarter. That I can confirm.
And since we brought up the word situational, I
mhm,
would like to you know, speak upon the coaching and the play calling
floor is
of
yours.
the Detroit game. Okay. So in the Detroit game, I seen three key things. Three key things. Okay. And actually, you just brought one of them up, Tinez. The coverage play with Roquan at that time, if I'm memory serves me correct, I'm just going off the top of the head right now, off the dome. Right? I'll pause that. If you're gonna have Roquan in coverage and not be the one blitzing. But you have, if I'm not mistaken, it was either Jay Higgins or Trent Simpson that did blitz on that play.
Mm-hmm.
I would be much more confident if the roles were reversed, right? If Roquan was blitzing and Simpson or Higgins was in coverage,
Thank you.
for
Gotcha.
sure, for sure.
Okay, so there's guys that you would rather see in coverage than others. I completely get that.
1,000%. Example,
And
the
then,
first being
and then,
shown.
yeah, and then two is there was a play where Laporta I want to say it was either the first or the second 90-yard drive that we had
Mhm,
ran against us.
mhm,
So
Mm-hmm.
the last time that was done in the Baltimore Ravens, um, M&T Stadium on our team was in 2001 when we won the
mhm.
Super Bowl. All right, it happened twice
Yeah.
against the Detroit game.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was not going to let you leave this episode without someone
Oh
bringing that
sure, listen, hey, come on, look, Chiefs, you know me, bro. Listen, I'm my own worst critic. You feel me? Like when it comes to my
Yeah.
Ravens, like I'm
You know,
objective and unbiased
one
as I can
difference.
possibly be.
Yeah.
Ed rate.
No, I get that. I thought when I heard that stat and then saw it, I was like, man, that was crazy work. But now your
It's
third take about your coaching situation.
and it's a blend because I said it was gonna be three, so I'm gonna mix it because there's two actually more. But
Go for it.
we're back to doing it's both sides of the ball. We're back to doing the same thing we did to start last year. We don't know what we're doing, defensive play calling and personnel. We got Kyle Hamilton in the box way too damn much, especially with Adarius Washington, um, you know, tearing his Achilles in the preseason and training camp, right? So that was a huge blow. Now that I think it was the second yard drive, yes, the second 90-yard drive. Laporta we had him on 3rd and 10.
Hmm.
We had him on 3rd and 10 or 3rd and 6 or some shit like that. It was a long third down, money down. It was literally a zero blitz with it was either that or cover one. I don't know. Somehow, some way, Malik Starks ended up on Laporta. 1-on-1.
Hmm.
Like it was just situational football. That's not the play to call. There's no reason why you should have that short guy, the safety, right, on the tight end. What are we doing? What
Give
Not
are we
just
that
doing?
de-
not just a tight end, Sam Laporta.
Sam Laporta, exactly. Right?
give that defensive coordinator a
That
damn map.
that yeah.
Listen, he coached his ass off.
Who is your D coordinator right now? I'm sorry.
Zach Orr.
Okay.
I
I
gave
honest.
I gave
I
him
know.
his rookie. I gave him his rookie woes last year,
Mhm.
right? It's your first time DC. Cool. All right. You went from a player. You got injured. Now you got the job for that. Okay. Cool. There's the transition that you need to go through. Da, 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 da. After week 12, once he flipped the switch with stop putting Kyle Hamilton in the box so goddamn much,
Yeah.
the passing defense went from 31st. I mean 32nd, last in the fucking league. Excuse my language all the way to first for the last 6 weeks of football.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so what? What did we learn? Nothing, because we start the season doing the same thing we started the season doing last year and
Yeah.
expected to work.
Yeah. I mean, in translation like that, the one thing I can say, not even including our teams, the one thing I can see is that Bryce Young did the same thing, where he was honestly progressing and doing well. And this year they went back to what they started with last season that got him benched. So I completely understand that,
Right.
where you're coming from. That's the only one that recently translates to what you're talking about. I'm sorry, continue.
No, but the last before at least is the offensive play calling. Like
Hmm.
For the John Harbaugh special is getting on my nerves, guys.
I tried to tell you
Every time it's a 4th and 1 or a 4th and 2 at the goal line, you
this
want
guy.
to roll to the left or to the right. What are we doing? We are voluntarily cutting off half the field at every time we do that. And I get it. You have L Boogie, like Action Jackson, that dude. You feel me? But at the same time, why are you making it so difficult for him to have to show his greatness all the time? Why
Yeah,
not give him the layups like every other mediocre quarterback gets in this league, bro?
yeah. I mean, hell, for as big as Derrick Henry is, honestly, if you'd send him up the middle, he could honestly go, stop, and lean forward and probably cross the plane. That's a
Yeah, he can
very large
fall.
human, and that's a very large human.
Yeah, he falls for 2 yards. But the problem is Patrick Ricard's not out. So I understood why
Yeah,
they had to go to a passing play, but that's not the passing play you go to. You
yeah,
don't go to the passing play to where you get your running back rolling to the right, trying to throw it to Tylen Wallace, who's 5'8".
yeah. You should have rolled. Honestly, you should have found a way to somehow put Jackson out there and have him be the target because I know he can. I know he can catch. I know he's got the skill to. And honestly, if you're going to have a halfback pass, make sure it goes to someone. Because I don't know the guy who is the target. I don't know him very well, but make sure it's someone who's got good hands.
It would if it's a running back, it would be Justice Hill in that scenario.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
Chiefs, there. If you go back, I swear, I've been watching the All 22, and I've been working so much this damn week that I haven't been able to put the videos out and everything. But I'm trying to make it and get it done before the game comes out
I got
Sunday.
you.
But I've been watching the All 22 when I got home from work the other day, bro. And when I tell you that this game was so undisciplined and so sloppy,
Mhm.
it was just it's an indicative of John Harbaugh. Like you guys notice I've been screaming this shit from the mountains for the last 3 years, bro.
Yeah,
That it's been coaching the other players than Lamar. I'm not
yeah,
saying Lamar gets no blame. Y'all know I'm gonna make him. You
yeah,
got to pay for what you do.
Yeah.
100. But at the same time,
mhm,
that's why I be crashing out on people on TikTok, yo, because if you understand the nuance and the context of football,
yeah.
and you're gonna sit here and tell me that solely gets majority of the blame is Lamar Jackson, then I got no rap for you because you don't
Yeah.
know what you're watching.
I mean, and that's the thing. On the surface, it does. It always starts with the quarterback. That's the hard part is people a lot of times just stop right there when there's so many more moving pieces that are just as equal to blame. Because I remember a conversation you and I had months ago during the playoffs last year, Bag, about just the OC. I think we talked about it at nauseum for a good hour and a half where it was one of those things where it was an OC situation. It was, and then after you get past Lamar Jackson, you look past, the undisciplined football. Because I got to say, one thing I saw from this game this past Monday night with you guys in Detroit, I could just tell from the jump, even before they took a snap, Lamar Jackson's body language he wasn't there.
Facts.
He was not there. And I'm not going to speculate or think anything else like that. But
No, please do. Please do.
I just think your quarterback, especially the CEO of your team, the guider of your offense and pretty much your ship, if he's coming into a game and his body language is completely off, the other players hear that, see that, and feel that, and they're going to match his energy.
I agree.
They're
Yeah, but then at the same time, I don't really blame him.
but that's the thing though is regardless if things are bad, regardless if things are not going the way you want it to be, and I'm keeping this on a football perspective, personal life, that's whatever. But as far as a football perspective, the ins and outs, X's and O's, Monday through Thursday, when you're doing your practices, your progressions, your meetings, your walkthroughs, all of that, my guess is, if I'm going to speculate, that started then.
Yep.
That
Oh yeah,
started then.
that it's a big part of it.
I think it did. But and that's the thing though, is I think a lot of it is how, if, and maybe you might know this if I could ask, how much of the game plan do you think Lamar Jackson has involvement in developing?
Oh God, so many crickets. Holy.
Yeah, more. I can say it like this: more than he did under Greg Roman, for sure. He didn't even
Okay,
have the chance or the uh, ability to call an audible. There was only
okay,
one place. There was only one play set through the headphone. That was it.
Yeah.
okay.
With Todd Monken, he has a choice, right? He gets two plays. So that indirectly, right off Jump Street, is a huge difference. But so your question, not a lot in my
Okay,
eyes, not a lot, right? Because it, the fact that multiple times, especially with Lamar Jackson on the field, we have
hmm,
seen these situational moments appear, and they keep going back to the John Harbaugh special, right? So if I'm Lamar Jackson, at some point, the fact that I'm getting two plays coming into the headset, I have to. I'm not doing the John Harbaugh special no more.
I got you.
Not at all.
Uh, okay,
If I fall flat on my face, calling the audible, and after the I am changing how I feel. I will state that, right? Because after the Buffalo loss, I said I'm glad he didn't call an audible, right?
yeah,
Because he did make the throw. That's the only reason why I said that. But also at the same time, whether it's the conditions of the field and the game at the moment, or it's just, somebody did break through, they didn't get a block. We have seen the John Harbaugh special fail multiple times. And
got
if
you.
you are a $285 million quarterback making $75 million off the cap next year,
Hmm.
right? We have expectations and we hold you to a certain pedestal. At
Yeah.
least I do anyway. I don't know about
No,
anybody else.
I know. I completely agree with that 100% because even through the times, even through the highs and lows that we've experienced, we have an expectation. Every team, regardless of who it is, your higher paid players, they come with expectations because they earned it and they got to prove it. So I completely 150% get that. Now, now that we've gotten through the Ravens side, JB, you're up. Now let's talk about this for a minute, okay?
Hmm.
We got to address the one elephant in the room of a backwards pass that was ultimately Patrick Mahomes saved himself from last week. That those when I am alluding to that, meaning we cannot have those types of mistakes on offense. These dink and dunk types of plays on offense that I'm seeing, they've I don't know what Nagy's doing as far as play calling or what the offensive game plan is, because I do know Reed does call plays. However, he does let Nagy do his thing. They both kind of meet in the middle and go from there. But why? Why would you do something? I guess even it doesn't matter the opponent. Something egregious as that. Why?
I don't know, man. Um, what Nagy did work once upon a time.
Yeah.
The Chiefs aren't built for that.
No, there, and that's the thing though,
I
is I
understand.
think if you had a different team, yes, 100%.
Yeah.
We were built for that at one point.
If you had the Kareem Young of Kareem Hunt of Young, if you had the Tyreek Hill, if
Tyreek,
you
yep.
yeah, if you had the Travis Kelce of Young, that's what that team was built for. Team ain't built for that no more, dude.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, dude, it really scares me because Up until last week, I seen a lot of similarity between Kansas City's offense and the Chicago Bears offense.
Yes.
And that's crazy. It the offensive line has gotten better on the left side, but it's like it's wild how it translated to the right side now.
Get that man off the field, please.
And
Just get
it's
him
not
off.
even
No, it's not, JB. No, it's not. It's not crazy. Y'all knew just as well as I've known for the last 2 years. Jawan Taylor has been some straight cut like peroxide. Stop
Dude,
it.
he
yeah.
is he is my
Hey, you
walking
know who
OSHA
hasn't
violation,
though?
and
And
I
I'll be
stand on it
completely
10 toes
honest,
down.
Mr. Simmons.
No, Simmons is
Shout
fine.
out my
He's
OSU.
Yeah, Simmons is fine. He's going to be okay. But the fact of the matter is,
Oops.
Jawan Taylor will be my walking OSHA violation of the month until proven otherwise, and I'm going to stand 10 toes down on it. This guy's
See,
still leading the league in penalties.
yeah, and you better get a hold of him and stand 10 toes down. And you claiming that contract year he was going to show out.
I
So
know
I'm
because
still
I
waiting on that. I've been checking my watch
you
and
know what? It's okay. I'm because you know what the late great Therese Paler said that, and you know what? I've this is the first time I've seen it go south like this because normally I've always said this Bagg and Tinez. I said a contract year is undefeated because those guys are playing for their bread. And
this dude. I think here's the deal. I don't think it really matters for this guy because I think he's already played for his PS. You know what I mean? Like I think like no matter what, I think he's done after this. I don't think anybody's going to sign him. So.
I yeah,
What
yeah,
contract is he playing for? The guy, like Coach said, the guy's scared when he comes off the line. The reason why his kick's so fucked up, like his back kick, his original back kick. So like, dude, like you have not even like just the fans going after you, but now you got some players on the team during the game that are tired of it, dude. And you got Travis Kelsey coming at you unglued
yeah.
midfield. And then he comes unglued so much that the coach comes unglued on you because you can't keep yourself on wraps because of what this guy's doing in order because of what the coach did. They signed him to this
Yeah.
contract.
And I
They're the
remember
ones that kept him
specifically
around.
there was a play I saw last week where he got flagged and Travis Kelsey wasn't even on the field and Noah Gray was lined up next to him. All you see is Noah Gray's head just go
Yeah,
like just
man.
drop. And I'm just like, okay, so cool. Then here's my
Because that's what
question.
the thing is that's the thing. That's why they're getting so tired of it, especially this year, right?
Yeah,
This year, everybody obviously you get a year older every year, but this year is like a lot as a final year or on the final year of some people's careers, contracts and whatnot, right? They're not gonna be here after this.
yeah.
So when we are starting to get something to go and we get a first down or we get a drive going and then you
Mhm.
want to go and jump off sides? Hell yeah, dude, I'm pissed the fuck off, bro.
Yeah.
I'm mad.
I,
You
my
just took the whole thing. You just took the momentum out of the game.
and my question is, if you're gonna deal with this, okay, and because I listened to the press conferences all week, I went back and listened to them, brought up every single day to Coach Reed, and he said it's my responsibility. It's getting handled. And I said, cool. But how many times have Andy Reid led teams, Chiefs and Eagles, both heard that? Now, here's my question is if you're going to pay Jalen Moore $11 million to chill, why?
hmm Yeah, no,
I,
he's getting 15 a year.
yeah, okay. Even more. Here's my thing. Why not just see what happens? Or they've tried it at practice and there's something else there that we're not seeing. Granted, because
hmm
we can't. So, and that's the hard part is that makes me even a little bit more worrisome. Is if he's the best we got,
Yeah,
okay, then I mean I can handle. But I can handle a little mishap here, a little mishap there. But you're leading the league in penalties.
3 years in a
You,
row.
yeah, you. I mean that's a problem, and
Ooh.
and that's a that's a huge problem. I don't know how else to explain that. Um, now that we've covered the one thing that really raises my blood pressure, the other thing I want to ask you, JB, is what do you expect to see from Worthy this week coming off this injury? Do you see more of a dud situation and a decoy? Do you see him trying to actually and it looks to be we're gonna have Jaden Royals. He wasn't even on the injury report.
No, yeah, Jalen Rose is green lighted,
Okay.
along with Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna see some similarity of because they compare Royals to like the style of Rice, so we're gonna see Royals playing that position of Rice, right?
Hmm.
And over the middle, and we're gonna have Worthy doing probably that end around type shit,
Yeah.
getting the ball in his hand at full speed. That way he can zoom out of bounds or whatever he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? To keep his shoulder, his bad shoulder, from getting exposed. That's if he's good to go, then yeah, I mean, he might be used as a decoy as well to help open up the field for Taquan Thornton. Um, like I said though, I think this is really going to be a Travis Kelce and a Noah Gray day. Um,
Okay.
if the trend keeps on, I mean, Sam Laporta
Yeah.
cooked them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they give up the most yardage and the most to tight ends right now in the league. So I think that's where we
So
take advantage of it, and we use these other guys to open up the field and spread it out, decoy or not.
and Kareem Hunt and Isaiah Pacheco for 161. So, but no, I get what you mean on that. I'm interested to
80.5.
yeah, right. I'm I'm interested to see what this game plan looks like. Now, going past that, I want to know from Bag and Tinez, what game plan do you want to see as far as that can lead you guys to victory?
Oof. Well, I mean, first thing is we got to do better, more consistently on the run. I've been saying this for the past 3 weeks. I'm gonna say this last time and last time only. We need to clean up the shit on the run,
Gotcha.
especially on the offensive line.
Hmm.
I can give Derrick Henry his grace. Yeah, okay, you make a fumble, but you're still running for over 100, almost 120 yards those games. He's
Yeah,
really overcompensating it because of a lot of the bad baggage going on. So I can understand.
but the
But
stat
then at the
is for
same
that. Oh,
time,
go.
those plays lead up to end results.
Yeah,
So
and
it's
and
like
and it's hard to see
that's
where
the
you're
one
coming from on
problem.
that.
The
From my
other
perspective,
problem
it's
then
hard.
is honestly, we need to do better on the passing game, especially when it comes to a little bit what Bagg said, really understanding those audibles, being able to be much more anticipative. We need to have a sense of urgency. That's something that I feel like has changed. Something that I feel like that this year has been a big difference compared to last year. You haven't seen a lot of 2 minute, hey, get set, let's go. You haven't really seen that in Lamar this year compared to last year. Last year, you used to move the ball a lot. You used to move the ball quick, get the ball out. Now it's like he's trying to take his time, trying to go through the things with these guys around him, which we haven't really seen out of Lamar since his like rookie years.
Yeah,
So do I kind of like it because he's trying to be much more of a leader? Yes. However, at the same time, it hinders him because then when it comes to pressure situations, what is he worried about? Everybody else instead of the guy in the mirror.
yeah. No, that makes it 100% clear.
One
The only
second, I'll
the,
join back. My audio is cutting out.
Gotcha. The one question I have for you, and Bag, maybe you can answer this as well.
Bag's not
Uh,
here.
oh, Bag dropped out. Oh, dang, I did not see that he dropped out. Um, I guess then while we're waiting on these guys, one thing try and I want to try and see if
Oh,
I'm going to be. Oh, if I,
apologies.
no, you're fine, man. The one question I have is because, like you said, you're going to give Derrick Henry his grace because, yeah, he's had 46 carries this season, and we're looking at 3 fumbles. Cool. But the previous 646 carries, I think there were 3 fumbles. Like before,
That's how I put it too. That's exactly what I said there. It's like, yeah, okay, we can say all that, but then what's the end result? You know what I mean? So that at the end of the day still got to be cleaned up. Now with said with the passing game, do I feel like we've intensified that a lot? Yes. Do I feel like there's some things that really do need to be cleaned up though? Yes, a lot of that does have to do with the little things, screens, RPOs,
okay,
especially the screens, because Jesus Christ, I love our offensive line, but they are slow.
gotcha.
They have
Well,
been slow.
I will say this though, they usually do get better when it gets cold, so I will say that. So as far as things we've seen, we've covered the injuries, we've covered what we think of our teams, we've covered the game plans that we want to see to get our respective teams to victory. JB, it's my favorite time of the week. We're gonna go first. Okay, we're gonna go first this week. JB, you got to say one thing nice about the Ravens.
Um, they got a really high scoring offense. They got the number one offense in the league, you know. I mean, they're the highest scoring team, 37 points, I think, on average. So, I mean, Lamar Jackson is he's a rare specimen, man. We haven't seen a type of quarterback that can do what he does on the field. Um, he definitely is a one of one.
Gotcha. Tinez, your turn to say something nice about the Chiefs.
I actually do have one thing to say, and this one I'm actually quite excited for. I think JB can actually agree with this one too. It really doesn't have to do with it as far as the quarterbacks at all. It honestly has to do with Trent McDuffie. I am excited to see Zay Flowers versus Trent McDuffie.
That'd be good.
Oh my fudge.
Yeah, that's always a good matchup right there.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yep.
that's going to be amazing, especially the way both of those guys have been playing when need be.
Yes. So,
Because, yeah, even though they haven't really been playing the greatest, like, oh my God. But when they need be to make a play, holy, it shows.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I will say something. I will also include on this myself. I will say something nice about the Ravens. I got to say, as far as regardless of the problems that have been apparent, this is still a team that you have to respect a lot more, in my opinion, than you have to respect the Giants. This team, if you show any sign of weakness, regardless, they will make you pay. And that shows for as many points as they've been scoring these first 3 weeks, they're moving the ball regardless. They're regardless of the defenses that are there. They may, they may harp on one thing, but they're going to make you pay if you even show one sign of weakness. So, um, I gotta say, I'm fucking amped for this game. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really fucking amped.
Man,
Me too.
hell yeah.
So,
I
Matt, now back. Now that you're back, I don't know how long you've been listening, but we do something on this segment every week. You have to say something nice about your opponent.
Oh, man. This is going to be
Yeah,
really hard for Bagg to do. Man. You're asking
I
for
know.
Okay, all right. I mean, whether
Give us.
they're, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Um, I mean, at the end of the day, you guys still have impeccable coaching, all right, between Andy Reid and Steve Spagnuolo. There's no, there's nothing falling between the cracks, right? Like everything is going to be attended to, paid attention to, attention to detail, and it will be executed, right? Now, Will that happen for the full 60 minutes? We shall see. But for the majority of the game, the coaching is impeccable, and I will never ever say anything else but less than that about
I got you.
Kansas City
Hey,
Chiefs.
that is perfect, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Now that we've covered everything, we've gone down everything. I want to any last remarks, anything you guys want to get off your chest about this game, harping your team, harping the opponent. What do you guys got?
Oh man, I'm just ready for it. I'm just ready for the game.
Yeah,
You
This is
know,
the one time I could say we do not know what will happen. And once again, just like I said in the very beginning, that is very, very scary. And I love it.
yeah,
not even just that, but one of these teams comes out 1-3.
yeah. The loser of this matchup comes out 1-3, and will regardless on both sides have a lot of questions to answer internally and externally.
And they
So,
will be answered.
yes, yes, they will. Well, gentlemen, I think that just about wraps it up. I think we covered just about everything. Am I missing anything, guys?
I
No,
don't
that
think
was a
so. I think we
Aw-
hit.
beautiful. It was fire, man.
Awesome. Well, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure and follow us on all the socials. Go to our YouTube page. Click that little search bar up at the top. Type in "Not Moved" podcast. You'll be able to see all of our shows, all of our episodes, all of our content. We go live a lot. We interact with people. Please subscribe, and subscribe. We do giveaways. We do a lot of things to try and help our community grow. Also, follow us on all the other socials. We're on streaming services: Amazon, Apple, Spotify. We're there. If there's something that we're not on, let us know, please. We will be on it. I promise you. Well, that wraps it up for this Chiefs and Ravens Week 4 matchup, Sunday 325. Let's go. I'm Chief 316 for Tinez, for Bagg, and for JB. I stay not moved. Y'all have a good night and have a good one on purpose.
God bless.
Not moved. One last thing. Bet or my bookie AG or .ag. We got a QR code up in the top left screen. You guys can just hit that and it takes you right to it. We're also with BetUS. You guys, you know, we're gonna have a QR code up there as well. Less things shaking, but like Chief 1316 said, I'm not moved.
This non casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.